Allow me to turn now to sport development and recreational infrastructure.
Yeah.
This new administration, Madam Presiding Officer, views sport as the vehicle for positive economic engagement of youth, as well as for the promotion of their physical well-being. It is an avenue through which our talented young sportsmen and sportswomen can develop professional careers that are economically viable. Our very own Dwight York, Kellyanne Batiste, Kenya Corner, Sid Gray, Rene Kwao, Akeem Stewart, Simoy Hackett, and many others have all participated and performed with excellence at the professional level globally. Therefore, it is evident that Tobago's children and young people are very capable of becoming professional sportsmen and sportswomen. With this in mind, my administration is committed to ensuring that a sports-friendly environment is created in Tobago and that the necessary technical and financial infrastructure is put in place to ensure that they realize their fullest potential. In fiscal 2023, we propose to make the needed investments in the following. Undertake a sporting facilities development and upgrade program to bring some of our critical facilities up to regional and international standards. Among the facilities targeted are Sid Gray Stadium and the tennis courts at Shaw Park. Introduce training programs for coaches and sport administrators aimed at ensuring that they are internationally certified and equipped with the knowledge and the technical skills to increase Tobago's flow of world-class athletes. We will introduce a comprehensive sport development program across the entire education system, from nursery to tertiary. We will finance inter-community competitions aimed at rebuilding and developing sporting activities at the level of the community. We will resuscitate, shock back to life, raise from the dead, the Lalong Gordon Sports Fund, and appoint a management committee to oversee its efficient operation. The fund will receive and process applications for financial support and provide counseling to prospective athletes. It will also identify elite athletes and monitor and support their performances at home and abroad. We will introduce arrangements for providing academic support to our young sports people, aimed at ensuring that they achieve high scores in SAT exams, thereby being able to benefit from lucrative international scholarships. We will introduce a scholarship program to boost opportunities for Tobago's young athletes and to participate in national, regional, and international sporting activities. We will work on Tobago's first fit-for-purpose motorsport facility in the new fiscal year. At this point, we have preliminary designs. Consultations with members from varying motorsport disciplines have begun and are expected to continue over the next month or so. Visits were already made to proposed sites, and we expect to begin the new fiscal year with the plan being made available for public discussion and then to the beginning of construction. We will not be able to afford the full FIA certified facility in one bite. Therefore, the project will be phased, with each phase following FIA building codes and rules. The first phase of the facility will allow for drifting, drag racing, radio control equipment, karting, and dexterity. The facility that we will build in the first phase will also allow for defensive driving training and will be made available for other activities. We welcome private sector involvement and investment, as we will employ PPP modalities to get this facility going. Tobago will engage in non-traditional sports. Cricket, football, and track and field cannot be our only areas of investment. Tobago will also receive its first beach soccer facility. At the moment, an analysis of possible locations is being undertaken. Other beach sports, such as volleyball, will be accommodated at the same facility. A few of the football fields that are below regulation size and are already lit will be considered for conversion into futsal facilities. Lights at Patience Hill and Louis D'Or grounds will be installed soon. Will be installed soon. We will complete the enclosure of the Canaan playing field. Over the next 3 months and in advance of the new fiscal year, work will begin in Plymouth on a new pump track or a new cycling track. Definitely. And work will begin soon on refurbishing the 2 YMCA pools.
Performance, man. Performance.
Madam Presiding Officer, this administration has received many complaints and concerns about the size of the indoor sporting facility under construction at Bacalet and the location of the pavilion being constructed at Goodwood. Madam Presiding Officer, when governments do not listen to people, they make costly mistakes. And so in Goodwood at this very moment, after avoiding putting the pavilion where it should be, with its back against the seaward side, and trying to avoid driving piles, we now have to consider reorienting the entire electrical infrastructure because one of the lighting poles will appear literally where the pavilion is being constructed. The Bacalet facility, as it is presently constructed, is at best a high school gymnasium, not fit for international purpose. And therefore, in response, we have commissioned a review of the technical details of these projects with a view to ensuring that investments will serve the long-term sporting development needs of Tobago. Action on the results of the review will take place in fiscal 2023. Madam Presiding Officer, while improving the foundations of our sporting activities, gains from these investments are projected to be considerable. They include greater community participation in sport and inter-community commercial relations, and eventually greater capacity to compete and win on the national, regional, and the world stages. The income of our professional athletes will grow accordingly. Even more important, the investments will help the Tobago children to develop physically and mentally, and to build capacity for teamwork, to acquire and practice leadership skills, to build self-confidence, and eventually to develop adequate ways to cope with the challenges of life as they mature. These outcomes will raise the standard of living, or the living standards of households and communities across Tobago and the nation.